And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
And that's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Play action, now it's Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well?
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
The Raiders in trouble to start play, 6 and 8 on the year. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Off play action. Phillips. He'll buy some time right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. To throw is Phillips. On 1st and 10. And he lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Phillips. Off play action. Will Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On second down, Fry, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an out-of-boy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Up the middle they go. Fry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. From the gun, it's Lance. On the move to his left. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fry, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry, and he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Phillips looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he comes back with one complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Off the play fake, Phillips. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Up the middle they go. Fry, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg, Phillips steps away, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Looking to throw. Phillips. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Back to throw. Phillips. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Lance. That's another one complete to Mitchell. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Lance now on first down. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A give running right is Mitchell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off play action. Phillips rolling to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is third and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From midfield, here's Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Second down and 7. The Lance going to throw. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. And here's Bradley Pinion now. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20.
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Terry McLaurin, 52 yards. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Wide open receiver complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Lance. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 44, Lance lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first and 10, here's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barker. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now Phillips to throw on second down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake. Phillips escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Phillips now to throw on 3rd down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle they go. Fry. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that's good for a Vegas first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Off play action. Phillips sliding out of the pocket. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. On as the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
No, you're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament, and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Lance taking a shot for Samuel. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 61 yards. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Phillips slings this deep from McLaurin. Makes the catch off the tip by the safety. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Phillips rolling to his right. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Brandon Jones picking it off. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. To throw is Phillips. Throwing on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
77 yards on the ground for him so far. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the return will stop right around the 25. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to 17. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mitchell is in. Touchdown 49ers. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Phillips. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Touchdown, Raiders! The 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Lance looking to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play. And they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Fry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Second and goal from inside the 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So Lance and the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. 1:55 remaining. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Lance now on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Off of play action, here's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. To throw, it's Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. To try again after the sack. Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Phillips slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Phillips on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting them out and trying it again another day.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Las Vegas, their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year.
And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.